Hello everyone, I am Neelam Choudhary, your host for the web series Django Project Based Learning. So, in this series, you will learn Django with the help of the project. So, before we jump into today's topic, do me a favor. Give that like button a quick tap, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I hope you have subscribed my channel. So, if you have subscribed, let us begin with today's topic. So over here, we'll talk about templates, how we can render the HTML file within the Django project we'll see. Then where we are creating the template folder, we can create it inside the application or outside the project. So depending upon where you are going to create the folder, there will be different settings in the settings.py file. Example, if you are going to create the templates folder like this way outside the project, then you will have to do some changes in the settings.py file. And if you will create the templates folder within the application, you will not do any changes in the settings.py file. So we'll see both the methods, and if you're going for the combination of both, means you have a templates folder within the application or outside the project, what changes you are supposed to do, we'll see. Then we'll see how we can render the dynamic content in the HTML file, means we'll pass the data from the views file and we'll try to render it in the templates folder. Then we'll see how we can create the hyperlink. In the previous video, we had seen one method to create the hyperlink. Over here, we'll see all the possible methods to create the hyperlink. Then we'll talk about the loops and the conditional statements. Template inheritance and extending the templates will cover in the next video, which will be the part 2 of templates. So, this is MBT architecture on which Django is based upon. We have already seen the URL and view function. Today we will talk about templates. In templates, we have the HTML file as well as CS and JavaScript file. So, in this video, we will only talk about the HTML file. In the next video, we will be talking about CSS. So, today, this flow will be clear. How the URL hit the views, how the view call the templates, okay? And in the coming video, we'll cover about the model as well. So let us see practically how these things happen. So suppose I want to create a project over here. So let the name of the folder be inside app. I will open this with the help of the VS Code editor. We'll see the first approach over here, how we can create the templates folder within the application. I will not be creating the virtual environment over here. Directly, I will create the project inside the global environment. If you want, you can go for the virtual environment, and in that you can create your project. So I will open this with the help of the terminal. The first thing, you should have Django within your system. So check Django admin -- version. If you don't have, you will install with the help of the command pip install Django. Then what you will do? Then let us create the project. If you don't know how to create the project or how to create the virtual environment, kindly go through the previous video. So this will create the project library. Now let us create the app. Application has been created. So go inside your project in the settings.py file. Include application. Name of the application is books. Now, do you remember the URLs you can create within the application or inside the project? So I will be going within the application. Over here, I will write path load. In books, we have a urls.file which will create now. Kindly include that. I'll copy this command. Now I will go within my application. I will create a urls.py file. I will create a URL over here. You don't need this rivet. Remove this as well. So on the path that is on the home page, we'll create a function of details. Whatever name you want, you can give it. In same. Yes. And this views will come from where? From the current directory, that is current application, input, the views. Now let us create this function. Go in views.py file, create a function. Earlier we used to write HTTP response. Now since we want to render an HTML file, we'll write render request. Which HTML file? Suppose the name of the HTML file be book details. So now I will have to create this HTML file. So where I'm going to create this HTML file, first let us see the approach 1 if you are going to keep it inside the application. So within the application, create a folder named templates. You can create from the VS Code editor, or you can go inside the project and then you can create. Like, so inside application, inside app, go to the application and create a folder over here. Okay. So now I've created the folder. In that we'll create a file. The name of the file has to be same. Here you have written bookdetails.html. So over here also the name would be bookdetails.html. Let us create an HTML file. I've created this HTML file. So now what is going to happen when you will run the server? Let us run the server with the help of the command py manage.py run server. So what is going to happen when you will hit this particular link? What it will do, it will first go within your project. It will see whether we have anything attached on this particular link. So on this particular link, we have a books.urls. Means it will go within your application books. It will open the urls.py file. Okay, that is attached. So on the home page, is any function attached? Yes. Which function is attached? Book details. Now it will go in views. It will look for that function. And what that function is doing, it is rendering the HTML file. So by default, whenever you don't do any settings in the settings.py file, it will always look within the application. So within the application, do we have a templates folder? Yes. So automatically it will first check it over here. So over here it will go, and inside templates, do we have this particular HTML file? Yes. It will render it. So whenever you have your templates folder within the application, you will not do any changes in your settings.py file. You will keep as it is. So now when I will render, it will show me the content of that HTML. Is that clear? Now let me show you. Suppose you can do it like this. You also suppose inside the templates, you create another folder. Name books, and then you keep your HTML file over there. So means within the templates you have books folder, and within the folders you have this HTML file. So now if you will try to render this page, it will give you the error. Template does not exist at bookdetails.html. Why? Because now your template is where within the templates you have another folder, and then you have this HTML file. So till templates, it will come automatically. After that, what is a path you have to specify. So after that, it is supposed to look in books folder. What you will write over here? Books. Then / within the books, go to the book details.html. Now if you will render, it will come over here and you will refresh it. See, you can see the HTML file. So till templates, it will come automatically. After that, if you have created multiple folders, kindly write that. See, after book, suppose you have another folder, then again you write the name of that folder, then splash, slash, and then the name of the HTML file. I hope this is clear. Now, let us go for the second approach. If you have a templates folder within your outside your project, okay? Like previous project, I have created another project named library. In that, I have included my application in the settings.py file. Then I have created a urls.py file where I have included the URL of my application. Then within the application urls.py file on the home page, again I have created a function named book details. So this is that function that I've created. Okay. So till here everything is same. Now what I'm saying, it is going to render book details.html file. But that HTML file I'm not going to keep within the project. I will keep it outside the project. So over here I will create a folder named template. Okay. So only difference is what? Where I'm going to keep my templates folder. If you'll see, it is outside the project. So over here, I will create this HTML file. Come over here. Let me create HTML file over here. I've created the HTML. Now, whenever you don't do any settings in the, any changes in the settings.py file, it will always try to look for the HTML file within the books. So do we have any folder named templates? No. So it will not be able to find this particular HTML file and it will give you the error. Let us see what error you will get. So let us run the server and check the server. Okay. Templates does not exist. So now let us do the changes in settings.py file. So what you will do, you will go inside the project, you will look for the settings.py file, look for the templates. In that you will find out directories and over there just write template. You will find multiple methods to include the templates as well. Okay, but if you follow this method, this is also a correct method. So just do these changes and then again let us see the output. Okay. Now it is able to render that HTML file. So now what we are saying, till templates folder, now it will come and it will look for the templates folder outside the project. So do I have a templates folder? Yes. And do I have that particular book details.html file? Yes. So it will be able to render. Whenever you will hit this particular URL, first it will go inside the project. It will check the URL file on this particular URL. Books.url file is attached. So it will go inside the application. It will look for this path. On this path, which function is attached? Book details. So it will look for this particular function. Do we have that function? Yes. And what it is doing, it is calling book details.html. So it will go inside the templates. It will go call this particular HTML file. Now again in this templates folder, suppose you have created another folder, books. And in that folder you have this file. Means within the templates you have another folder books and within books you have book details.html. So what changes will do you over here? In templates it will come automatically. After that, which folder is there? Books / book details.html. So now if you will come over here, you will run the server, it will work properly. Okay. Understood? So now why I am showing you about the folder? Because suppose there are multiple applications within your project. We are having books, then you may be having the members application as well. So whenever we create outside the a project, what we do, we create two folders. You have books application. You have another application users. And then you have this library project. So for better management, what you will do, whenever you are creating a templates folder, inside that you will create another folder. One will be books folder where all the HTML related to books will come in this folder. And all the HTMLs related to users, you will keep it in this folder. So like this way, the management of that particular HTML file becomes easy. So suppose tomorrow, if you are going to look for the books, so you know all the HTML related to books are in books folder, and all the HTML related to user are in the user folder. That is why we create different folders, okay, within. Or you can do what? You can go for the books, you can have the templates folder, and inside that you can have all the applications. For users, you can have the templates folder within that application and all the HTML files over there. Okay. It's clear what you are supposed to do when you have the projects or when you have the templates within the outside the project and within the application. Now, if you want to use a combination of both, suppose you want to have a templates folder within the application as well as within the project, then what changes you are going to do in the settings.py file? See, go inside your project, go in the settings.py file and just write templates. That's it. If you are having the templates folder within the application plus outside the project. Okay. Now let us go for the next part. So we have seen how we can have it the templates folder within the application. If it is inside the application, no changes in the settings.py file. If it's outside the project, we are supposed to write templates. If it is a combination of both, then again you will be writing the templates. Okay. Now let us see how we can render the dynamic content in the HTML. So over here, we'll see how we can render the data within the HTML file. So first what I will do, I will create some data over here. So the data has been created and now I want to pass this data in my HTML file. So now there will be three parameters. One will be the request. Second, the path where that HTML file is located. Third will be the data. It has to be in the form of a dictionary. So suppose the name of the dictionary key I have given as data1 and the value that I want to pass is this one, data. I have written that. So what I'm passing over here, so this is a key and the value data means this entire dictionary will be considered as value. That has become the value. So with the help of the key. So do you remember in Python how we used to, if you used to write the data 1, this is a key, what it used to give the values. So now again what I'm going to do, I will be doing the same steps. Okay. So if I want to access this data, I will go within the HTML file. In the double curly braces, whenever we want to print anything or we want to access the value, we use double curly braces. And what is our key? The key over here is data1. So I will write the key data1 which will give me the value. So let us run the server and check whether it is giving me that value or not. What is a value? This entire thing is a value for this dictionary. So let us see. See, I got the entire thing. This entire dictionary, I can see it over here. Let me write in H1 tag or let me write in H3 tag. So it is clearly visible. Okay. So I got the entire dictionary. Now what I want to do, I want to print the type and math and list and then this list. What we'll do, we can apply the for loop. For loop will go to the first item in the dictionary, then the next item in the dictionary. Let us come over here and let us see how we can apply the for loop. So let me write, we apply the for loop with curly braces, for I in, since this is a dictionary, it will have the key and value pair. So k, comma, v in data1 dot items. It will access the key and value, give some space, and then let us print. If you want to print what you are supposed to use, curly braces. We'll print the k value, we'll print the v, and then we have to end the for loop in the curly braces and for, like this way. Okay. Over here, I will give the horizontal break so we can see the difference. And over here, let me give the PR. Okay, now let us see the output. What is the output? So what has happened now? So now what I am saying, for, So now what I'm saying, for A comma B in data1 dot items. So it means it will go to this particular data1 dot items is this. So what it will do, this is a key, this is a value. In first for loop, it will print the key, it will print the value. Then again it will go to the next item, which is this one. It will print the key and it is going to print the value. Okay. Now, suppose you want to print the item of this particular list. We don't want to print it like this way. I just want to print what is there in this list. So what you will do, come over here. I want to print what? This one, list. So you will write data dot list. So you will write for I, let us access only first that one. So what is the key that you have passed? So what you will do, you want to access the item of the list. So first you will see this list is over here. What is the key for the list? List. And what is the data that you are passing? Data1. So what you will write? The key with the help of data1. What you will get? You will get this entire dictionary. And within this dictionary, what you want to access? List. So you will write dot list. So within the key, access this data. Now we want to see the output of this thing. Let us write double curly braces. Let me put this inside. Let me give the horizontal break so you can see the output of this one as well. Let us come. Measure the screen. See, I got this list. I was able to access. If I want to show each and every item on this list, now what you will do? Apply for loop. For I in what? Data dot list. You want to print, means double curly braces. You will print the value of I. And then you are supposed to end the for loop. We'll give the horizontal break over here so that you can see. And over here, we'll give the BR tag. We can see each and every item in a new line. So let us see the output. Okay. So first item, then the next item is printed, and then the next item. Over here, we are doing nothing else. Whatever you have studied in Python, we are doing the same thing. The only difference over here, whenever you want to access anything from the dictionary, you write the key dot the name of the another key. Okay. So if I want to access the list, I will write the key that I am passing data1 dot list. Understood? Now let me take one more data. Now this data was in the form of a dictionary. Suppose the data is not in the form of a dictionary. Let me take another data over here. Suppose this is the data that I have. Let me comment everything. So this is my data 2, which is in the form of a list, and this first item of the list is in the form of dictionary. The second item of the list is again in the form of a dictionary. So I want to pass the data always has to be in the form of a dictionary. Let me write data 2 is, the key is what? The data 2, okay? So now this data is converted in the form of a dictionary. So this is a key and data 2 is nothing but this list. So this list is nothing but data 2. So now if I want to access this list, I will access with the help of the key. So let us see this as well. So I will come in the HTML file. We are going to do it for data 2. Let me write data 2. Now if I want to access, always in the double curly braces, what is a key? The The key over here is data2. So you write down the key. If you write key, you will access a value. So data2 is a key. Let us refresh and see. Okay, this is a value. You can see over here. The value is this. Now suppose I want to access the title and then the value of that title, author, and the value of that author. First, let us access each and every value of this key. So let me access first this value and then this value. How we can access? Simple, apply a for loop over this list. You will be able to access this first item and the second item. Okay, let us see this first. Come over here. Go in the HTML file. Let me write a horizontal break, and then what you will do, you will apply a for loop with the Jinja tag. These are called as Jinja tag for I in data 2, because this is now a list. Okay, just will print the value of I with the help of curly braces. Give the space and then write and for. Remember, there is no space between and for. Let us refresh. See, it is the first. Give the horizontal break of PR. Let's see. The first key and the second. First item I have access and the second item I have access. Suppose I want to access the title and the author, then the title and then the author. So what you will do for that? So first, I can apply the same for loop. Let me use a horizontal break. So in the same for loop, for I in data 2 will give me the first dictionary. So I will get this dictionary. In this dictionary, I want to access the title and then I want to access the value. So means this dictionary may title and in this dictionary author. What we used to write? I dot title and I dot author. Now if we'll go and see, let us check each and everything again. What I'm saying, when I'm writing data 2, it will give me the value of this dictionary. And what is the value? This entire list. So that is why in the output, I can see the entire list over here. Then if you want to access the first item of the list and the second item of the list, you can apply a for loop over this for I in data 2. It will give the first item, which is that one dictionary, and the second item, which is another dictionary. If you want to access the title and author of these dictionaries, what you will do? For I in data 2, so I will go to the first item of the list, which is nothing but this dictionary. Okay, 0th item. And we will access I dot title. From this dictionary, I want to access title. So I dot title will give me this one. I dot author will give me this one. If you remember, if you want to access anything from the dictionary, you write the title, it will give you the value. You write the key, it will give you the value. So I dot title will give you the value. I dot author will give you the value. Then again it will come over here. Now I will become the second item of the list. And from that, I want the title. So I dot title will give me this. I dot author will give me this one. So you can see I have got the Math Magic, the author of that particular book, the next book title, and the author of that book. Okay. So now let us take one more data. Let me now take even more complicated data. Whatever data you can get it from the backend. Okay, I'm trying to take all the scenarios. So you can get a dictionary, and within a dictionary you can get a list. How to access the dictionary, how to access the list. Okay, within a dictionary I have shown. If the data is not in the form of a dictionary, then you are converting in the form of a dictionary and then sending it. And then it is a nested dictionary example that I'm going to take now. A dictionary, another dictionary within that. Okay. So let me pass this dictionary. So let the key be data 3 and the value be this data. See, every time the key and value can be same or it can be different. It depends upon you the way you want to write. Okay. So I've given the name as data 3 and this entire thing will now become the value. Let me come over here. Let us comment this thing. Let me do it for data 3. So now if I want to access that data in double curly braces, what is the key? The key is data 3. So I will write data 3 over here. Remember, if you write the name of the key, you will get value. If I'm writing data 3, see, I'm able to access the value. This dictionary, I'm able to get it. Now suppose I want to print book 1 value, book 2 value, book 1 value and book 2 value. So what logic you will write over here? So since this is a dictionary, so for I comma B in the name of this dictionary is what? Data 3 dot items. If you write, the I will become the key, that is math. We will become these values. Then in the next for loop, this is another key and this will become the value. Okay. So now suppose I want to print like this way, math. And then I want to print book 1 and the book 2. Then again the title, that is science, and the book 1 value and book 2 value. So how I will print that? So let us see. So I'll come over here. I will write. First you apply a for loop for E comma B in data 3 dot items. It will give me the keys and values. Let us see. We'll go step by step. I'll print the key. Then the values. PR tag. So looking for one of the empty for tag means I have created a for tag, but I have forgot to end that for tag. That is why I'm getting this error. Let me come over here. Yes, I have started the for tag and I forgot to close it. So write and for. So whenever you get error, do not worry from the error. Try to understand that error. Okay. Let me refresh and see. Yes. So I got the first key and then the value, the key and the value, then the next key and the next value. Now what I am supposed to print? I want to print math and the books, name of the books. Then I want to print science and the name of the book. So what I'm supposed to do? What I will do? So over here, instead of printing the keys and values, first I want to print the key. That is the name, that is math or science. And then I want to print. So this will print what? It will print like whether it is math or science. Now after that, I want to access this key. If you want to access the key, again I will have to apply a for loop. So I'm going to apply a nested for loop. Start for, again let me write I comma B, or let me give a nice name. It will access the book key, comma, book title in what? So now let us see what I have done. So now I got this output. How I got this output? Let me explain. This is nothing but a dictionary. Whenever you want to access within the dictionary, you write the keys and values in data 3.items. So now K, in the first for loop, the K will become math and the V will become this dictionary. This is the V, okay, in the first for loop. Then you will print K. K is what? Math. You have printed the K and this value is again in the form of a dictionary. So I am applying a for loop over here. So for book key, book title in v.items. So because this is where it is stored in v. So v.items now, book key will become first. It will become book 1. So it will print book 1 and the value is book title mathematic. Again this for loop will go. Again it will print book 2 and it will print I love mathematics. Then it will end the for loop. Again it will come here in the second for loop. What will happen? This will become the K and this will become the V. Let me rub it. Now this is a K and this entire thing is new V. It will print K, means it will print science, and then inside this value again I am applying a for loop which will print the title and then the name of the book. Again the title and the name of the book. I hope this is clear. If the basics of Python is clear, you will understand what for loop I have applied. So over here we have seen how the data, there can be a data which will have a dictionary. If the data is not in the form of a dictionary, you will pass it in the form of a dictionary, and then the data can be a simple dictionary or a dictionary which is having a list, or a data can have the nested dictionary as well. So how to access it we have shown. Always write the key, and if you write the key it will give you the value. See, you write the key, it has given the value of that dictionary. You write the key. So now let us go for the next topic, that is hyperlinks. So to show hyperlinks, let me create one more function and we'll try to attach that two functions with each other. So let me create a function. That's members, which will show the members. Request, return, render. Suppose since we have started working with the HTML file, we'll render an HTML file. Request, the path is what? In books folder I will create members.html. You can write whatever name of the HTML file you want. It should not be same, it need not be same as that of the function, okay? Let me create that HTML file, members.html. Now this file over here, within the book, create another file, members.html. Just write some content over here. I've just created an HTML file over here, okay? Now, whenever create a function, that function has to be attached to the URL. I will create a URL for this function, path. This is members. Let me give the path as member. Whatever path you want, you can give it. Use dot. The name of the function has to be same. Name is equal to whatever name you want, you can give it. Let me give members. It need not be same, okay? Okay. So now you have created a function and you have written the URL also for that particular function. Now let us see how we can connect these two functions together. So now let me go to the book details.html file and let me create a hyperlink over here. So whenever somebody is going to click on this page, means over here I will provide a link. Whenever somebody is going to click on this particular link, they will directly go to this page, members page that I've created just now, okay? And over here also I will provide a link. Whenever somebody is going to click on that link, they will jump to this particular page, okay? So how to do that? Let us come over here. Let me create a link. How do we create a link in HTML? Do you remember? With the help of a type. So write a tag, which is going to take you to the members page. Let me write the name of the page as member. And then we used to give href. So give href is equal to. Now, there are different ways to create the hyperlink. I will be showing all the ways. Now, what is the URL for that particular page? Members. I'll come over here and I will write forwards this slash and members. Okay. So let us see the output. Let me refresh it. This is X page. So that will come to know on which page we are landing. Okay. So see. This is index page. That is on the link. This. If I'll click on members, it should take me to the members page. Yes. So this is one way to create the hyperlink. The other way is what? Using the namespace that we have given. This way what will happen? So tomorrow if you are going to change the URL over here, so what you will have to do, wherever you have given the hyperlink, you will have to change it all those places. That is why we can go for the namespace. So what you will do, remove this in the curly braces, write in the Jinja tag, write URL. If there is double quotes outside, you will be using the single quotes inside. Okay. I'll close this and go over here. I want to go to the members. To go over here in the members, what is the name that you have given? I have given the name as members only. So I'll copy the name that I have given over here. So just write in the curly braces, that is Jinja tag, write URL. And if you have given double quotes outside, give the single quotes inside and write the name. The name that I have given is members. So let us see if it is working. So let me give a BR tag. So let me refresh. See, this is a new link. It is also taking me to the members. This one is also taking me to the members page. So you can create the link in both the methods. So now let us see the next method to create the hyperlink. So for that, what you will do, go in the views. It has to be in the form of a dictionary. Since we already have one dictionary, after that we'll write whatever name you want, you can give it. Let me give MEM. Then in double curly braces, what is the URL that you have given over here? Members. Will come over here. You will write members. This value pair. Okay. So see, MEM and members. What name I have given? MEM. So copy this name. Come over here. Let us create one more anchor tag. First, let me give a BR tag. Create an anchor tag. Is going to take you to the members page. And write href is equal to double curly braces. Then the double curly braces write MEM. So now let us see. When I'll click, it will take me to the members page. So see, this is also taking you to the members page. This is also taking you to the members page. This is also taking you to the members page. So you have seen three methods to create the hyperlink. One is what? You can write directly you can write the URL. What is the URL? Members. So come over here and directly write the members over here, or you can go for this method. In this, we are specifying the namespace. What is the namespace for this particular URL? It is members. So that I have written over here, members. The next one is what? In the views, just write in the form of a dictionary, whatever name you want and the link that is there. Okay, so over here, we have written it that. So the method that I'm going to use is this one. I will be using the namespace because it may happen, you may keep on changing the links. Tomorrow, if you're going to change the link, okay, from members 1, suppose I write members 1, what will happen? Over here, for this method, what I will have to do, I will have to change the link over here also. I will have to write members 1. Over here, I'm not supposed to do anything because namespace is not changing. I will keep the namespace as it is. For this one also, I will have to come over here and I will have to change it over here. So that is why the method that we are going to prefer is this one. We will be using the namespace for connecting the two pages together. Suppose this page I want to connect with that page. Let me use all the three methods. I'll copy. I will paste it over here. So first is a path. What is a path? It is on the home page. So I can write directly slash over here. Because it is on the home page, I have given the path a slash. What is the namespace? Book details. So I will give the namespace as book details. And for this, what I will have to do, I will come over here. I will have to create a dictionary. Let me write index, colon. What is a path? Path is what? It is on the home page. I'll come over here, members. I will write index, whatever you have given over there. So let us see. So, is it taking me to the home page? Yes. Is this link taking me to the home page? Yes. Is this link taking me to the home page? Yes. So it is working fine. Whenever you want to go on the home page, we directly write slash. Over here, also if you will see, I've written slash and the name that I've given index. It has to be in the form of a dictionary, okay? Here I was already having the dictionary, so I've created another key value pair. Over here, I've created a dictionary. So I hope this is also clear how to create the hyperlinks. So now let us see how we can use a conditional statement within the Django template. Let me create some data over here. This data, let me pass it over here. That is data 1. So I've written that data over here. Let me render this data in the HTML file. So how do we access? We access with the help of the curly braces. But over here, I will use a conditional statement. If data 1 is present, then only show this particular links. Whenever you start the if loop, we have to close it and if. Okay. So if the data is there in data 1, data is there? Yes, it is there. If the data is there in data 1, then only it will show all the links. Let us see. Let me refresh. Yes, I can see all the links. I am on that particular path and I can see all the links over here. Now what I will do, I will remove all the data. If there is no data, what is going to happen? It will come over here. It will check if the data is not there. So it will not show the link. Only if the data is there, it will show the link. Otherwise, it will not show the link. So let us refresh and see. Yes, it is not showing me the hyperlinks. Okay. Now suppose if you want to apply if-else loop. So if data is there, show this. Else. Again the ginger tag. Write else. What it should say? Suppose it should say no data. If data is there, access this particular link, or else it should show no data. So let us see. It is showing me no data. So you can apply the if-else loop. You are supposed to use a ginger tag. If you want to apply if-else loop, then also you can do it. Let me come over here. Let me have the data. If data is there, show this. Or if data 1 is equal to, what is there in data 1? Title. We can access the title also. If title data 1 dot title is equal to hello. So this again ginger tag else if condition. What is the title? Django. So if data dot title is equal to Django, it should print that data dot title. Else it should say no data. Okay. If data dot title, data 1 dot title. What is data 1 dot title? Django. So if it is equal to hello, it will print this, which is not. Else if it is equal to Django, it will print that stuff. Otherwise, it will print no data. So let us see the output. Let me refresh it. Okay, this error you are getting. Why? Because I have not given the space. You are supposed to give the space. Okay. So these are some of the errors that our new learner. So if the data.title is equal to Django, it should print that title, and it is printing the title. Like this way, you can have the conditional statements within the Django templates as well. Today, what we have seen how to render the HTML templates. Then we have seen we can have the templates folder within the application. If it is within the application, you will not be doing any changes in the settings.py file. But if it is outside the project, you are going to write templates within the directory that is inside the settings.py file. Here I want to add a note. There are two ways to create a project. What is a command? Django admin start project, the name of the project, space and a dot. One can do without the space and a dot. So how the directory structure will look like in that case? It will have the outer project folder, it will have the inner project folder, and it will have the app. And the template folder, if it is created outside the project, so it will look like this way. So it is outside the inner project, but it will be inside the outer project. For those who are using, they are building using the different directory structure. Okay, so it is outside the, so this is outside the inner project, but inside the outer project. For us, since we have created with space and a dot, we don't have this folder, so it is directly outside our project. Okay. Then we have seen how we can render the dynamic contents. Okay, we can have the dictionary, we can have list. If we have a nested dictionary or we have a list within a dictionary, we have seen three methods to create the hyperlinks. Then we have seen the for loop and the conditional statements as well. So template inheritance and extending the templates we will cover in the part 2 of this particular video. So if you have any doubts in this particular video, kindly write down in the comment box. I will give you the solutions. So before we end, kindly like and subscribe the channel as it will boost me to create many more videos, and I will be coming with the next video very soon. Till that time, if you have any doubts in any video, kindly write down in the comment box. I will give you the replies. Thank you. Now,